Yeah, we're getting. All right, you ready?
I'm ready, sir.
3, 2, 1.
Pretty excited to really start, doing what Flashpin set out to do, which was capture the humanity of some of these guys and create relatable athletes.
All right. Gotta say bye to the one. You ready? Let's go. So, me and Dustin are about to embark on a mission. I'm about to go meet Dustin at his work, and we're gonna hop in his car and take off. What's that?
We got everything?
Everything.
Hey,
Let's rock and roll.
getting weird. Are you as hungry as I am?
We just stopped at the Texican, and I don't even know where we are.
We're in nowhere land.
Yeah,
Middle of nowhere, for sure.
on our way to Corpus to go see Mr. Michael Bedwell, our light heavyweight champion. But like a bunch of smart guys, we left hungry without eating food. So we're both like, just sitting in the car dying.
Trey's sick.
I'm sick. I'm like sweating. Like, nah, yeah, cool. We're just sitting there talking. I'm like, yeah, I need to pull over. We're fucked. We need to get food. So we just got some chopped beef sandwiches. Not bad. Hopefully I don't get sick later. But yeah. Now I'm gonna go inside and see if they have some Dramamine so I can get this nausea down. Anyway, we're out here. We're probably about an hour and a half out still. So yeah, not bad. Dustin's about to change.
I decided not to. I think it's better if I have a collared shirt handing over the belt.
Perfect.
It'll just look better.
Oh shit, I forgot it.
Like, everything in me, by the way, I'm scared to ask you because I can't hear you say you forgot. I was just like, you know what, if you did, we'll deal with it.
Well, it's like... All right, I'll be back.
My craziest arm wrestling story would probably have to be my very first event I ever went to. I had actually been, I'm gonna say bullied for quite a while from a gentleman named Zach Johnson. And he just kept trying to tell me he's gonna beat me on the table, beat me on the table, beat me on the table. And finally they were having practice and I went up there and he'd been pulling for about a year at that point. And this was December of 2020. And I went up and I pulled with them and I ended up pulling Sarah Backman and kind of played around a little bit and beat her. And she's like, hey, there's a tournament next weekend, you should go try. I went to that tournament. I pulled amateur, of course, 220, and I won both hands, left and right. And ever since then, it's just been a long journey, a fun journey. The first loss that impacted me was probably when I went to arm wrestling out of state for the first time. I didn't have anybody, nobody. There was a couple guys that, I'd met, Artem was there, Brandon Morris was there, Josh Webb was there, but I didn't know those guys. Like I was still pretty fresh into it. And just me and my daughter went on a road trip together. And I lost to a guy named John Whittle. And it woke me up that I'm not Superman. But I did pull pro and amateur for the first time, and I won pro, and I lost an amateur, and I realized, like, hey, you got to put in work. My family is number one, and that is why I was going to step away from arm wrestling, was because I felt like I was not giving my family enough. And then all of a sudden, when they heard that and seen that, they're like, no, you're not. We're going to come out there with you. And that meant the world to me. It fired me up, and it allowed me to find peace in being out here. It allowed me to be a dad because now I'm spending quality time with my kids. And they're genuinely doing this, not me. So family is number one.
He represents Corpus Christi Arms and always brings the violence. Michael, the disturbed one, Bedwell.
This is like a developer diary.
It is kind of, yeah. I was thinking about today, I was like, so this part would obviously be like a vlog, right? Like we're vlogging.
Yeah, we're vlogging. I think it's this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is totally vlogging. Is that the term still?
Yep. We're here in Corpus, about to meet Mr. Bedwell outside of his job. Gonna present him with the belt that he won from our last event.
We just met the craziest Chili's bathroom I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I feel like the scent on that air freshener was porta potty.
Dude, I couldn't
It's just
believe that
crazy.
was real.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really crazy. Unforgivable.
it's not the best.
No.
But yeah, so we're, I don't know, 6 minutes down the street, 7 minutes down the street from Bedwell's work.
This place.
Mr. Bedwell,
Oh, bro.
look at this shit.
Damn.
This is yours, bro. It's fucking sick, right?
Badass.
It's fucking sick, dude.
That is fucking badass.
Yes, sir.
We're here, brother. We made it.
Oh, man.
So what's the game plan? Like,
I want to go home, get a shower.
then jump.
We kind of had a little thing thrown into us in the middle of the night last night.
Oh.
Tosh was in the ER all night.
Whoa!
She's got a hernia, and
Wow.
she ended up going to the doctor again today, and they kind of put her on an emergency surgery list.
You going to the hospital?
No, she's at home.
Oh, cool.
But there's just, some of the things that we had planned
Yeah.
obviously have got to change now.
Yeah, totally.
Let's just
Go to the house.
get to the house. Let me shower, get cleaned up, be
Yeah.
presentable, and then we'll. I know Tanner and Sean will be over around 7:15 to train. I mean, we trained last night for 2.5 hours, man.
Okay, well, let's train.
So,
Let's train.
and-
Yeah. You ready to roll?
Hey, will you take this with you?
You want to get it presented at the house?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to let my kid go. I get it to my kid.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. 100%. We're following you.
All right, brother.
So Bedwell goes from that, drives to the country every day, to his all-American family. Like, Bedwell's the fucking American dream.
Where we
Where are we
parking?
parking?
Just back up right here.
All right.
Should I hop the curb? They're all happy to see him. It's fucking cute. I love that for him. You're going through it.
Yeah.
Did you do it lifting?
No, I was at work.
Uh-oh.
Grab it.
Can I hold it?
Like, it's legit.
You can definitely hold it.
Yes, you can hold it.
Yeah,
Everybody
it's
can-
yours.
That is the most badass belt buckle I've ever seen.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Wow.
As the current 220-pound champion, I know it's a big role. It's not going to be for some guy that sits on the couch once or twice a week and then gets off and trains. That's not going to happen. I am more dedicated to keep the belt where it belongs, and that's with Mike, the Disturbed One Bedwell. And once you step up to that table across from me, you'll know why I'm the Disturbed One. The state of training that I'm in at this point is, I guess I am more committed, I am more dialed in, and I am more willing to sacrifice my body way more to be the best. I got a good taste of what real arm wrestling is with flash pin, and I want to grow with flash pin. I want to help grow flash pin productions environment, and I'm going to be the best. My my arm wrestling training is specific for arm wrestling. I don't add in other, chest on arm wrestling days. None of that is combined. My arms are trained, and I do specific side pressure days. I have pronation days. I have supination days. And depending on how the arm feels was how I was doing it. But now Tanner and Sean have really set me into a power building program, and I'm kind of following their lead at this point. What makes me a good fit for arm wrestling, I believe, is my intensity that I bring, the fire that I bring. A lot of people don't like that. It's very intimidating, I feel. Most guys aren't used to that. I still have my man card, and ain't nobody taking it from me.
Nice.
Good. Work, man, work!
Yep.
Yeah. Good.
Good.
Woo! I like that you get to fucking feel that rage.
Yeah.
I've been a diesel mechanic since I was 15 years old. I've, self-taught for the most part, no schooling, anything like that. I moved out here to Texas and I went to the oil field, where I'm now building, 3512s, MTU. Got to experience that a few months ago. Just really learning about the oil life is pretty cool. Turning wrenches my whole life, I believe, is really contributed to that. My background comes from playing baseball. I was a catcher my whole life. Then I went into the outfield, infield, and then I eventually, junior year, pitched, and I ended up tearing my UCL, and that took my baseball career away.
I'm grabbing this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Are you rolling this up?
Oh, my God. Yeah, just like that.
There's still so many ways to train. Your mind is opening up.
Which is good, but then after the time frame, okay. Oh, yeah, it's like you gotta do this for each.
Yeah, you gotta stick with
Right, you have to place off stage.
it. Sucks.
It's work.
Trembling.
I want to remain competitive as a girl guy. But I get fucking soft. They stop punching each other. They fucking get punches. And like when someone is doing their break. Is this a nicotine?
What's that? No.
That's what I said too. I asked him the same thing. Not for me. Yeah. I mean, there was a time that shit was safe. We're not
I'm sorry, because I'm so small. Let's go, man. Let's go. Come on.
Can't get it the other way.
That's it.
That's good. We got in touch with ourselves.
We're all going to dinner.
Yeah.
Arm
Get
wrestling.
my manager right here.
Yeah.
It's our managers.
We got to talk about a call out for you. So we got to figure out that it should be, I think it should be Ryan Valentine.
Really?
Yeah. I think styles wise, that's the match. Yeah. And I think if you keep it,
I can definitely.
yeah.
Because they don't have to work. Right hand.
Yeah. Oh, they worked. Yeah, yeah. Caleb thinks he can beat it. No problem.
The cow will be to come back to the penalty.
Yeah, you're running big boy.
Necessary. They come
Yeah.
Okay.
This looks a lot heavier. Really? It looks heavier, right?
Hey, we're gonna start. Yeah. But this is awesome, man. Like, we're not dying. We're comfortable.
Yeah.
There's no mosquitoes.
The no mosquitoes thing's kind of a big deal.
It's the biggest.
It's the biggest deal. Yeah. Yeah.
That was a big try.
No. The camera's facing the other way. Oh, it's easy for you.
Super easy.
We're doing doubles, just so you know. Okay, you're right. It didn't matter.
That was really easy.
Yeah. That's a good lane for you.
I've been training with.
Ah! Let's go, baby. Let's go. Easy.
Wow.
Come on, Jen.
It feels great.
What about you, Daddy? How do you feel, Bedwell?
My care with you, son.
Come on.
Yeah, he was in the halftime show.
This is all he did. He didn't do nothing else.
It was like 2008.
This is the only song. Like 10. Maybe.
You did
Reckless.
What's that mean?
I don't know that. I drive reckless about 7.
Come on, sweat it off.
I can see him.
I'm Michael Bedwell. I am 37 years old and I represent CC Arms, Corpus Christi Arms. It's wonderful being able to have my family out here training with me. All my kids are into training. My oldest daughter, she's in the softball, so she takes over the garage any chance she gets to hit softballs in. But just having them out here training, my kids on the table, Tanner and Sean spending time with my kids, teaching them different techniques.
So not only has my husband significantly taken arm wrestling and ran with it, it's brought a lot of confidence and built family time together. You sit here and you travel the United States with your husband, your kids. We're able to do things that my husband loves, but also as a family. It's brought us to California a couple times. It's brought us to Arizona, Texas, Florida, Georgia. The list goes on, and it's going to continue to go on. But to see that my kids have the same kind of drive in bettering themselves, the confidence that they have to see, oh, I was able to get this down, or learning different techniques, or doing the workouts with the handles, and my son being able to add 5 extra pounds to it. Just being able to see the proudness and confidence that gives them through a sport that is all connected is pretty awesome. The superb thing is being able to train in one gym all together.
My wife and family are my biggest support. My wife keeps me very healthy with her nutrition business. It is outstanding how you can go from 220 pounds of flab and not healthy to 220 pounds of being solid muscle.
My involvement in Mike's arm wrestling journey started out as supporter, started out as, being a cheerleader, turned into videographer, turned into photographer. We came up with training programs. We figured out things that needed to be changed in nutrition. I put together a nutrition business based on, trying to help him perform the best of his capabilities. I founded Black Label Nutrition through all the research I've put in, understanding that what we put in our body is what we put out, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Food really does impact, our whole lives. I have helped one of my clients completely reverse his fatty liver disease by meal plans and cold pressed juices. He was on a liver transplant list and has been completely removed. I've helped people lose 30 pounds in, a matter of months. I've helped people gain 30 pounds in the matter of months. I have helped ADHD, autistic issues, pretty much just by a raw, clean diet. I've helped people with autoimmune diseases, diabetes, the list goes on. I have an Instagram, a Facebook, Black Label Nutrition. I can help you through anything. If I don't know how to do it, I have the heart and soul to put in the research to figure out how to help any dietary restriction or need.
Tell us about your wife.
So when Mike first told me about arm wrestling and that it was competitive, I was kind of blown out of the water. I honestly, vividly thought it ended in the elementary school cafeteria. I remember telling him and him looking at me like I had 6 eyes. He explained to me how competitive it was. He brought up YouTube, different people on Facebook, really got me familiar with names, faces of the sport within a hour's time. We sat at the bar in our kitchen and really got in depth of learning different techniques. Um, and I was hooked. I really loved seeing the passion in his face when he spoke about it. Seeing him drive to learn something so fresh and new at such an older stage in life was pretty raw. Seeing something transform to just playing around at a gym to go into his first tournament a couple weeks later and bringing it home. Being able to do that really showed our kids too, like you can put your mind and heart into anything and win. Um, Seeing that now today, in what, a 3.5 years time, really does make you really proud of somebody. Whether he's my husband or not, seeing where he is today, where he's standing, the belt that he's collected, that's an honor to really know the warrior that he is and can put his body and mind to.
Fucking. That was the magic you captured there.
I'm fucking
What?
shaking.
Women, though, we all know this, right? We all know the tale. Like, look at me like I'm crazy. Exactly. Like, man, you're 38. Yeah. But that's the magic, right? Beginning to see his face like that. One 38-year-old male is their wife sitting across from, and they look over and be like, I'm doing this, and they light up, right? Yeah. They don't get to see that face no more.
Well, that's their marriage problem.
But these things, that's why
Yeah.
it's magic. Right. The magic is that other wives can see that and not feel stupid for feeling that way.
Well,
So, like,
and normally that's a jealous or, some kind of thing that they don't want their, envy. Like they don't want their significant other to thrive. I fucking do.
My wife is genuinely my best friend. She was with me at my worst, and she is the only one that ever stuck by me. I just needed her help, I guess. Someone willing enough to help me become who I am. And she did that. She gave me hope, because it wasn't just me and her. There was kids involved. And for her to be willing to stick with me showed me her unconditional. And I needed to be able to do the same thing for her. And I feel at this point, I am only getting better. I am able to give her and show her the real person that I am. And I hope that it's enough to help my birth. I think that my story can go a lot further and helping a lot more people like myself that struggle with day-to-day life. I would like to talk a little bit about my journey of arm wrestling. It started off as, like I said, a kind of a joke at first. And then I kind of took it real serious after that, after my first tournament. It became pretty much the second love of my life. And I had one thing holding me back from becoming the man I am today. It is, in my eyes, the worst drug that you can possibly do. It is
mind altering in so many ways. It's literally the devil, and it's alcohol. I have watched it ruin many relationships with myself. I've watched it ruin many relationships with many people, friends of mine, family members, and I got into a black hole, and I got on a motorcycle, and it was free range. And one night I didn't agree with my wife at all because I'd been drinking, and it was an everyday occurrence. It wasn't a once a day. It wasn't, a beer here, a beer there. No, I was a full blown alcoholic. 12 o'clock, I own my own business. This sounds crazy talking about it now. I own my own business, and at 12 o'clock, there was alcohol getting shoved down my throat. And that lasted from 12 all the way till basically 10:30, 11 o'clock every night. I would go to the gym and had God knows how many drinks in me. And I was just hurting myself. And one day, like I said, I had a total disagreement with my wife. I went on my motorcycle and didn't come back for 3 days. And God kind of said, "Hey, bud, we're going to slow you down just a little bit." I was about 5 miles from my house. I'd been out bar hopping all day. And an animal ran out in front of me. I laid my motorcycle down, running about 65 miles an hour. Down through. I was in the fast lane. I laid it over in the center of the two lanes, and down the road I went. Down the road my bike went. And I held on to the bike for a hot minute, and something flashed in front of my eyes, and I seen the guardrail, and I kind of pushed the bike off of me. And at that point, as soon as I did that, I hit the grass, and my bike hit the grass where the guardrail had started, and the transition to the asphalt from where the guardrail started, and the bike went flipping. It was the scariest moment of my life. I didn't know what to do. I instantly sobered up. I didn't have my phone. I didn't have anything at that point. It was all in my bike. My bike was in one place. I had parts over here. My saddlebag was down in the ditch that the cop actually went down and got for me, brought it back up, and there was my phone. I used a guy's phone number to call my wife, guy's phone to call my wife. I didn't break anything. I got damn lucky. It was a wake-up call. I called my wife. Of course, she is pissed. I tell her I totaled my motorcycle. I didn't expect her to come show up, honestly. She had a hell of a time because my mower was in my trailer. It just, a lot of bad shit happened. And when we got in the car, I didn't get a DUI. I didn't get anything. I walked away scot-free. And when I got in the car, my wife looked at me and says, "That's it. It's us or the alcohol." And at that point, I knew that she was serious. So I went home. I took a shower. She scrubbed me, got the rocks out of me. I got in bed. My 2-year-old got in bed with me. And we slept all day. My little girl. And from that day forward, I have not touched alcohol. I've not been around
I avoid going to places where it's more alcohol than food or more alcohol um, than good, because nothing good comes out of drinking. Some can handle it very well. Some can only, have one or two and they're completely fine. And all due respect to you, God bless you. I am not that person. If I'm going to drink, I'm going to drink. Um, What am I mean, I ruined friendships over it. People didn't want to be around me because of the animal I was. I'd been sober for probably 6 months, around 6 months. And my grandfather called me and kind of jumped in my shit about being a quitter, about quitting drinking and all that. And it was actually right before I moved out here. So it was a year and 6 months I'd been sober. We go to their grocery store and we'd buy a 30-pack of Busch Light. Well, that was an everyday occurrence. So we would literally buy a 30-pack at lunchtime, and before we go to bed, that 30-pack was gone. And then Friday nights, I would, it was payday. Because he bought the beer and he wouldn't drink liquor. So I would go to the liquor store and I would buy me liquor for Friday and Saturday nights. That's what I did. And he'd been drinking, and I could tell he'd been drinking. And I remember yelling at him. I remember telling him, like, I didn't want to grow up to be like you. I didn't want to be like you. And I told him to never call me again. I told him to basically just stay the fuck out of my life. And it'd been a little while, and I called my grandma, and she says, "You're not going to believe this." I said, "I'm not going to believe what?" She goes, "Your grandpa has been sober." The day after he woke up and was like, my grandma, I guess, said, "You really fucked up." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Well, you called your grandson last night and it didn't go very well." Well, I guess she explained to him what had happened, and he is sober. He actually just went through chemo. He had lung cancer. Um, so being sober has opened up new doors for me. Um, it's made me a better husband. It's made me a better father. And genuinely, I feel like it's made me a better friend. Um, I don't have a lot of friends, so to speak. Um, but the ones that I do have support me. Um, they've never pushed the alcohol thing on me. They have never tried to get me to drink. They have never, um, questioned why I'm sober. They've never, and a lot of them don't know my story till today. And the gym, arm wrestling, has motivated me to continuously to be sober. Um, it is that relief that I would get from alcohol. I now get in the gym. I now get pulling on the table, because I can release the anger that I have in training, and I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not hurting my wife. I'm not hurting my kids by saying things because I'm drunk. I come out here into my garage and I train like, a lion chasing down an antelope. Like, I get that frustration out here. And arm wrestling has really made me dedicated to that. It's made me completely forget about alcohol in a sense of like it was never part of my life. Um, I wish I could have stopped a long time ago. But I'm glad that my wife stuck with me, and she's the one that gets to see the best part of me. There's a lot more to the story. So we can go down that road another day, man. This is actually the time of my motorcycle accident.
Oh,
Like, this is
shit.
a reminder every day that, 3 o'clock in the morning.
That would be a good
That's
one.
life. That's life changing right there. That's my. I look in the mirror every day and I see that, and it reminds me of why I am the way I am today.
Yeah.
We got this whenever Braylon was in the hospital, 6 days old. She had to have emergency surgery, and they nicknamed her the Pistol. And so why not go and get a badass revolver with her name and birth date, as the gun model, serial number, all that kind of stuff. That's it.
That's her info.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
So I got a rose on my hand from my mom with my mom's initials in it. My boys, wrenches, wrench sizes. Got the old faithful 10mm socket. 100-pound of boost club. Once you hit 100 pounds in a diesel truck, you got to have the tattoo. Otherwise, you didn't do it. So
That's so good.
He represents Corpus Christi Arms and always brings the violence. Michael, the disturbed one, Bedwell.
Dominance. They're trying to get the bend their wrist before the match starts. Yep.
Don't move. Go!
Boom, there it is. All right, now it's...
Especially after you've been
All right, it's 2-0. Bedwell. Yeah.
It's a natural thing.
It's a natural thing.
When someone closes your hand, you want to be comfortable, and they close your hand. And that carve is just where you twist your arm in just a little bit. It's called supination.
Go!
And there you go.
Our right-hand champion ran the gauntlet. Michael, the disturbed one, Bedwell.
Hey, I want to say one thing. This is the most professional, the top tier place to become an arm wrestler. I'm going to tell you right now. Everything has been great. Yeah. And you know what? This is their second tournament, guys. East First West ain't going to have shit on them soon.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. From Michael Bedwell. Let's go.
And guys, I know it's a little weird seeing the champion call somebody out, but I'm hungry. I want revenge. It's not just, I'm not going to sit here and let it sit here and collect dust. As the current 220-pound Blackout Invitational champion, I have a call out. I would like to have Ryan the Bull Bellinger. He beat me at the round robin, but I also wasn't the same person I am today, and I would really like a rematch with that. Ryan, if you want the belt, come and get it, big boy.